Greg Jennings is with us on First Things First. Guys, if I left this show for 7 weeks with a bad cold and then I came back and I was told I had 3 episodes to win us an Emmy, I feel like a wee bit of pressure, even though it is totally doable.
Jenny, you left the show for 7 weeks with a cold. I don't think you'd be coming back.
Way to ruin my momentum.
Sorry, Jenna.
That is the exact situation Aaron Rodgers finds himself in.
We do take people back from maternity leave.
Forget it.
We do that.
You do. That's good.
Yes.
Let me be very honest and clear here, guys. There are no more babies. Aaron Rodgers out for 2 months with a broken collarbone. Rodgers returns to the lineup Sunday to face the Carolina Panthers. And oh, by the way, his team needs him to win 3 straight to have a chance at the playoffs. Oh my God, I'm just like Aaron Rodgers. Can this Green Bay team run the table? Here's Aaron.
Because we've done it before. We did it last year. We were 4-6, and a lot of people counted us out. I saw something, that we have 750 to 1 odds to make the playoffs. We've never shied away from those type of circumstances, and we're not going to again. I feel confident I'll be able to go out there and play the way I've always played, but I've been off for 7 games and been out for a while. So it's going to take getting out there, getting that first pass in, that first hit, and then I'll probably settle in.
All right, Greg, let's start with Sunday. How does Aaron Rodgers match up against this Carolina Panthers team?
I think he matches up great. Anytime he's on the field, it doesn't matter who's across from him, he matches up great. He's a great matchup. When you're looking from Green Bay.
How does Aaron Rodgers coming back after not playing for 7 weeks with a broken collarbone and his throwing shoulder match up against this Carolina Panthers defense, one of the best in the league?
I still say the same thing.
Okay.
I have the utmost confidence in Aaron Rodgers and his ability. Some of the things that he says to kind of deflect to, like he made comments about, I'm not coming back to save this team's seasons. Great. Great, but yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, you are.
Yeah.
Right. You're coming back to save their season. If he's not back, we're not even talking about the Green Bay Packers making the playoffs. So that's number 1. Number 2, I heard you talking about it earlier. It's not just Aaron Rodgers. These receivers that have been missing in action, rightfully so, because of a lack of performance at quarterback from Brett Hundley. We're going to see Randall Cobb resurface. We're going to see Jordy Nelson resurface. We're going to see an even better Devontae Adams, Richard Rodgers. We're going to see all these guys start to resurface the way they were when Aaron Rodgers was playing because of his ability to get them the ball on the perimeter and take advantage of what he does best. Snap count, cadence, different things outside the pocket, efficiency and accuracy. And these guys understand that once Aaron gets outside the pocket, the play is not, it's just started. It's like street ball now. And they're trying to uncover and get open, and they have a great rapport and relationship with him getting outside the pocket. And we know that Carolina is going to get pressure. Green Bay has struggled with their offensive line, and so we understand that. My thing is, Aaron has to know, he knows this. He knows what he's up against. And he is one of the best in the business outside of Tom Brady, regardless of what he's up against, excelling and taking his game to the next level and getting it done for his team.
Listen, I think everyone knows what high regard I hold Aaron Rodgers in. But as far as this specific matchup, the worst part about him coming back against this Panther team is there's only one thing defensively the Panthers are top 3 in the league at. They don't have a top 3 scoring defense, don't have a top 3 rush defense, don't have a top 3 pass defense. They're actually bottom half of the league in turnovers forced. There's one thing they are super elite at: sacking the opposing team's quarterback. And so take Philadelphia for a moment. That's tied for 9th in sacks, but top 3 in turnovers forced. That's a matchup, if you're going to have to play a good defense, I'd like if I were Aaron Rodgers. Because one thing you know about Aaron Rodgers, you don't have to worry about him turning the ball over. And so the Panthers, they're bad at forcing turnovers. Well, that's almost a wash because Rodgers likely isn't turning the ball over anyway. But what they're great at is getting to the quarterback. And even if Rodgers has escapability, and even if he's the best quarterback in the league, both of which are true, I feel for any player, what did your guy, Coach Myers, say, Urban Meyer say? Contact reveals character. Contact reveals prep. At contact, you revert to your preparation.
Yes, at kickoff.
At kickoff,
when the foot hits the ball.
Right, but he talked about at contact.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers hasn't been contacted in 2 months. I mean, you're playing a defense that's going to get after the quarterback, and I think going to have that be their top priority, even if it means leaving their young corners in single coverage at times. That's potentially a spot of advantage for Carolina to me.
Greg, I want you to help me out with this one because I believe Aaron Rodgers is getting a tremendous break going into this game, 1 o'clock Sunday in Carolina. Right now, in Green Bay. Right now, exactly this time. It's 19 degrees. They're going to have a high of 20 today. Now, Greg, you've played there a lot. I've played against Green Bay a lot. You and the Packers have a decisive advantage at home. But Aaron Rodgers, and when you're injured, when it's cold like that, it restricts your body even more.
Without question.
So Carolina, with their ability to rush the passer, man, he's glad that he's not in Lambeau. Not only because the field and the wind, but it's going to be 60 at 1 o'clock in Charlotte. So him going on the road, coming off the injured reserve at this time, even though there's a huge advantage at Lambeau, speak to that, what it might mean for a quarterback, especially coming back from a broken collarbone, and the ability to utilize the whole passing game compared to a limited one if you were playing in Lambeau Sunday.
It means a great deal. When you just think about the surface that they'll be playing on, it's going to give a little bit more because it's going to be softer. You
Yes.
go to Lambeau, it's the frozen tundra for a reason. He lands, that ground is not giving. So when
And especially around the sideline.
Absolutely. And when
the field is warm, but off the field is hard.
Yes, and when you're playing in a warmer climate, you lather up so much quicker. I mean, Jenna, you know this.
Let's go outside now, and
Go
I'll show you.
outside,
It's
start
very
running,
cold. It'll
and
take
it
us a long
happens.
time.
and so that's one of the advantages he has. To your point about Carolina getting after the quarterback, we all know what they do well. But Mike McCarthy knows that too. And it is his job to make sure that they have prepared, which I believe they are doing. He understands this is my most important commodity right here. I can't allow him. I know what he does in extending plays. I have to do my job. I have to keep my tight end in. I guarantee we'll see more of Richard Rodgers not running down the field, but staying in protection, making sure they have that extra guy on the offensive line to give Aaron a little more time to get that ball out of his hands.
Greg, take away the X's and O's for 1 second. As a wide receiver, how excited would you be to have Aaron Rodgers back? Compared to what you had 3 weeks
Hey,
prior.
Greg, take that tie off and run to Carolina.
You ready?
I mean, he's that kind of good.
Yes. I mean, Jordy, Nelson, Randall Cobb, as much positive things that they will say about Brett Hundley, and rightfully so, he's a great young man. He is nowhere near Aaron Rodgers when it comes to getting them that ball and allowing them to do what they do best.
Warren Moon told me, Chris, in the NFL, this is open right here. This is open. Chris, I need this much space. If you can create that much space, Chris, I can get you the ball. So the confidence you have as a wide receiver when you have an elite thrower, it really sends your confidence through the roof because you don't have to get open all the time.
I feel the same way. Nick takes up this much. I said, Nick, you give me this much space over here on my little side with this many papers, I'm going to be amazing.
Cece, when Ray hit you, who was the quarterback?
Spurgeon
Wynn. What was open for Spurgeon Wynn?
This much.
Spurgeon
Greg.
Wynn almost opened up my skull.
Thank you for being with us all week. It was a
Take
great
me to
week.
a dark place, man.